Peace and blessings. I'm here with
Dawn Cherry,
the artist of this magnificent piece at the Beyond Aces Summit, Petersburg, Virginia. I just wanted to have a quick chat with you because I had a chance to meet you on Facebook before we even got here.
Yes.
You know, so
yes.
it's a blessing. Let's walk around it real quick. It's really awesome. Awesome piece. Now you said something about this bottom piece that I really would love to get on camera. It's awesome.
And so
This part right here with the smudges.
yes, this is the part of her that I have been struggling with because I'm like trying to force myself to finish it. And in being asked to come to this conference, it was like, maybe it's not supposed to be finished. And then when I took the chalk and started rubbing it with chalk, I was like, you know what? This is sort of like the chronology of the bird. You know, it started as a child, and this is very childlike. And it moved on to praying, you know, to God to help me. But I gotta recognize and be thankful for the experience. On the back, I've gotta acknowledge the pain and what it's done to in my life before I can begin to detangle it and be free.
So powerful.
And so
about this work, right? You talked to me a little bit about it, and when you spoke of how this is where you are now, and you're giving it a voice.
This piece started in 2004, and for anyone who knows anything about clay, the bottom of the piece had to be kept as wet as each piece that I put on. And so this was a labor of love. I had people watering this for me when I went on vacation. I had to water it every other day. But it's a metaphor for my life.
Right.
You know, having people to come into my life to take care of me and protect me when I wasn't protected as a child. And so for years, this piece has been locked away, tucked away behind the door in my sunroom. I would show different people, but I've never had it all put together, you know, all on one piece. And I've definitely never had it shown. This is the first time this has been out in public. And in fact, this is the first time I've ever been inclined to at least put color to the bottom part because I couldn't touch it. You know, that goes to the damage and the impact of the day. I'm 54. And my trauma, my most traumatic period of my life was between the ages of 3 and 11. And so we still hold on to, we still carry, we still bear the burdens of those traumatic events. Trauma is left to inform the rest of your life and your development.
And see, that's where I come in and try to encourage people to get more definite, because the trauma itself is a reaction. It's an overwhelming emotional response to the stimuli.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Every time you thought about these situations and these memories, they used to hurt you so much that you would lock them away.
Push it down, push it down, push it down. Don't deal with it.
It's trying to defend yourself from the pain.
And in all honesty, this piece actually came as dreams. It was dreams that kept me up. I couldn't sleep. It bothered me until I started sketching it out and putting it on paper. Okay, if this is what you want me to do, fine, I'm doing it.
That's right.
That's where this came from.
That's right. Mainly what I do is try to help people and facilitate the process to get them where you are now. As an artist, a professional artist, right now you're in a place where your pain and suffering becomes a tool to empower not just you but your community. You know, and being in this state where you're hurt and vulnerable, you've been through experiences that now have developed the strength inside of you that helps other people develop that strength for themselves.
So it's not just about me, it's about other people, you know, looking at it and saying, you know what, I can relate to that.
Right.
You know
See,
what?
That's so beautiful. The issues, they need to be processed. So,
it does.
And what you're doing now in expressing it, well, in the expression of the creation of this piece, that was one phase. Right now you're in another state of phase where you're now opening up to share with the community, and it's awesome pieces. Amazing work. It seems like it really is one of those hallmark pieces, you know. But the idea is that when you share with the community and you get to share your story, you know, I wonder if that is actually in your mind giving you some kind of a relief or satisfaction.
It is. And in fact, the last line of this talks about my release.
Right.
And this piece is, you know, blood, sweat, tears, snot, all of that, because it was me pouring out me pouring out the pain, this was therapy for me. And what I want in creating the words as a tattoo, I want you to get close to her and feel this. I want you to touch her. I want you to see what I saw going into this.
Right.
So it's
because I'm thinking about the idea that, you know, inside of the process of you getting feedback and being embraced by the community as you share your story, that's when the biggest part of the therapy happens. You know, because it's just an experience and an idea in our mind, a painful idea. But it's a situation where once we manifest it here in physical form, we externalize it, and it's no longer something we have to judge ourselves for.
That's it. That's what it's all about. And this is saying to me, to Dawn, you know, you're free to let it out. You don't have to hide this anymore.
That's right.
And me saying it for me, maybe you will say it for you.
That's right.
And the other person will say it for, you know, I had recently my uncle came, and this was the first time he had seen her all together, and he said, you know, she just keeps calling me. She keeps wanting to talk to me. She wants me to respond. And I'm like, that's what needs to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's power, you know.
On the other side, it talks about this being a burden that was given to me, specifically for me, to give back. So for me to take it is sort of like, what is that word where you turn something alchemy?
Alchemy,
It's alchemy.
Something more valuable,
It is alchemy.
It
So
is,
I take
literally.
that burden and I'm making it into something tangible that you can see, touch, and feel, and think about it.
And the power in that is like you know, when you either we're doing two things, we're either decaying or we're growing, right? So when we lock those memories away, we stop the growth.
Exactly.
But when you take and own your experiences, and you decide to get and gain whatever the lesson is, what it was worth, then you capture those memories and you process them into a piece like this, into art piece like this. Once you get embraced by the community and you see that support, that memory is not gone, but it's finished.
You're facing it, you're dealing with it, and it can't cause pain anymore.
That's right.
It can cause growth, like you said, growth.
That's right.
And it can cause empowerment.
That's right.
But it no longer causes pain.
That's the beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. So I'm so grateful that you were willing to come talk to me and share. That's such a blessing. You know, this is what we live, our life. It's peace, it's balance.
Yes.
Between the trauma and the growth and the healing, this art is the missing link. So I'm so glad you found it. It's so beautiful. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Blessing.